Hi you, how are you this morning? This is Minecraft 101. I've been asked by several subscribers who have never played Minecraft before or who have just begun to play because they've been watching my videos, and what an amazing compliment that is, by the way, thank you. But they've asked that I do a little intro. I've gotten several requests over the last couple of weeks, so this is my intro to Minecraft. It's just, you know, very much, I've just picked up the game. I don't know what the choices are. I log in, here I'm standing here, what do I do now? So when you log into Minecraft, this is going to be the first thing you see. I'm just hitting single player at this point. These are all worlds I've used before for various things, but we're just going to create a new world because that's what you'll be doing. So you click on that. You name it whatever you like. And you have different choices here in terms of the game mode. And survival is what I play just about all the time. You have to search for your resources. You're going to have to go mining. You're going to have to cut down trees. You will gain levels that will make fights harder, or you can trade those levels in for enchantments later on, but we'll get to that. You do have health here, you do have hunger here. You can starve to death, because it almost happened to me one day. I was like that far from dying because I needed food. So that will be your default. If you don't select something else, that will be the world you're playing in. The other choices are hardcore, and that's harder fights, and if you die, you die. The game is over. Creative mode is just if you want to build these great, big, beautiful things that people are building on the internet, and these, you know, life-size cathedrals and all this other stuff, and you just want to build and you don't want to have to worry about digging and digging and digging for days to create a wall, then that's going to be the choice for you. I'm just going to leave it on survival. There are other world options, and at this point I would just leave them as they are. Here, generating structures, villages, dungeons. It's nice to run into a little village somewhere. That's where you're going to get some, you know, potatoes and other plants that you may not have. I don't know. That's the only places I've ever found them. So I usually just leave that on. The default world, a flat world, even larger areas. There's different biomes or environments in the game. You know, you can have a desert. You can have, you know, jungle, whatever. I just leave it as it is. Bonus chest, this one you might want to look at. You can start with a little chest that gives you a couple of items, and if you've never played the game before, that's not actually a bad idea. You can just, you know, you've got something to begin with. I'm just going to leave that off for now, and cheats, if you know more about that later, but we're not going to do that. So we're just going to say that's done, that's cool. And create this world, and hope we land somewhere that I can actually show you how to do something with. And I guess we wait for a minute. So here we are, and this, you know, these places are always pretty decent. Now, the one thing to remember with Minecraft first day is you are going to spend your entire first day doing what you need to survive your first night. Minecraft is in the daytime, mostly. There are exceptions. Quiet, peaceful, kind of a fun, you know, let's build and make things pretty kind of game. At night, it's a horror story. There are zombies and creatures and, yeah, things that want to hurt you. What do we have here? Don't know, looks like it might be food. I'm going to pick that up. Now I'm going to hit the E button, my E key, and this is what I look like, and I just picked that up. Now when I say pick it up, see, when I first played this game, somebody said, oh, go pick that up. I didn't have a clue how to do that. All that means is walk to it. If you get close enough, you kind of vacuum the thing up. This is my inventory, a whole lot of nothing. So I'm going to hit the escape button to get out of there, and you'll notice across the bottom of the screen, right there across the bottom, you've got some slots, and if I hit one, I will select it. My 2 key, it goes on to these other slots, and that's how you're going to select the things that you're using in the game. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is start what friends of mine call punching trees, and that really is what you're doing. I'm just sitting here beating up on a tree. So, fun times. And you see how the block has fallen off to the side there, so I'm going to have to pick that up, and that will mean walking over. Now, I don't usually cut off the bottom one until I've gotten the whole tree done, because sometimes you can't reach the top, and it's nice to have that little stump to jump onto. And all I'm doing is pressing the left mouse button. My left mouse button will just allow me to beat up on something until I break it apart. And then I'm going to back off, hit that last one, and then run around and make sure I've actually picked all of those up. Now with the leaves on the trees, you can bang those up, to, like knock them down, shatter them a little bit. Sometimes if you're lucky, and these are spruce trees, and it doesn't seem to happen as often with the spruce trees, but you can get apples that fall out of various trees. Instant food, because you do get hungry in this game, and I have not killed anything for food yet. I just grow my own food. So for me, a little duck here, chicken, whatever. I'm gonna smack him by accident here in a second. Now the first day, I'm just going to cut down a couple of trees, not too many, and then I'm going to find some place to build a shelter for the evening. Because night can hurt. And I'm going to run around. You'll see the little tree seedling there. That can be a good thing for later. You will want to start collecting those. And they will fall out of the tree as you mash up the leaves here too. Now, another way to get food pretty early in, grab that, is to cut down some grass. You just go around smashing up grass, and at some point you will collect some seeds from that. Dig a step here, snag that one, that one, that one. Eventually, I'm not doing so well in the seed department, but okay, I'm just going to run around a little bit. Now, I don't leave this area too much the first day, because if I die, when you come back, you will come back to your spawning point until later. You can reset that as you choose, but that's not going to happen right away. So I don't want to go too far away, because if I die somewhere else, then I'm going to, you know, get brought back here. When I die, I'm going to drop everything I have. All my gear, everything in my inventory is dropped. And if I'm lost, then I'm just starting over because I can't find it. So I was hoping, oh, see, there's some seeds. We'll just snag that real quick. I was hoping to find a nice rocky area with some coal in it. But now check the sun. The sun comes up in the east, it goes down in the west. It's just overhead now, so half my day is over. I think a day is like 10 minutes long. What's in here? Creepiness. Yeah, see, now one of these places will have coal, which would be really nice to have before it gets dark. But on the other hand, oh look, there's some right there. Now that is exactly what I was hoping for. But I can't use that yet. So what we have to do, if I knock on this, then I'll show you. When I hit the tree, I got an entire block of wood, and that's great. But if I don't have tools, first of all, this takes forever. And you will notice I was able to dig it out, but I didn't get any rock. I'm going to have to build something first. So the first thing you're going to do is take your wood. Each one block of tree is going to give you 4 planks. So I'm going to snag a bunch of those real quick. Then I'm going to put these back up in here. Now this is just when I hit the E button and open my inventory. You have that little tiny crafting area to start with. I'm going to make sticks out of that. And I'm going to take the, actually put this back. Now I'm right clicking on each stack, and that will just take half the stack and allows me to move it over. So you left click to put it up, you right click to select half of it and be able to move it around. And this makes me a crafting table, and that is going to give me a better place to do some crafting. So I'm going to take that, put it down here. Now I select the number 6 button on my keyboard and I drop my crafting table. If I right click on that, now I have a bigger space for crafting. So here, here, and then I'm going to take this. Now if I put one at the top, I've made a shovel, and that's great for digging out dirt. You know what? Might need one of those. I'll go ahead and do that. If I do this, I get a pickaxe, and that is what I need to be working on rock and to get the coal. So I'm going to do that right away. If I put it here, I get an axe, and that's going to make cutting down trees a whole lot faster. So I'm just going to leave, actually, you know what? I'm going to pick that. Whoops. I'm going to beat this up. E again, put my wooden axe down here. I like to keep I have a place where I put everything, and that's just what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take that wooden axe, and because the crafting table is made out of wood, that'll make it break up a lot faster, and then you'll notice down here in the bottom that I've picked it up again. So grab my wooden pickaxe and start hammering on this coal. And one thing you don't want to do is stand here and dig right out from under yourself. You can do that. It's real easy to do that. And it's also occasionally really easy to die doing that. I have fallen into a pit of lava doing that once. Lost all my gear, a whole bag full of ore and gems and things that I had just picked up. And ended up very, very dead. So it's best to stand off to the side. That is not even a guarantee that water's not going to come rushing through, that lava's not going to come rushing through. These things happen. The little green balls that you see flying out at you from doing mining like this is actually like little balls of experience points. And you'll notice just above the inventory bars on the bottom, there is that green bar, and that is my level bar. So I am leveling up here, getting experience from mining. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. The leveling up is not something I pay any attention to at all. The only time I've used it to any practical purpose is when I'm exchanging levels to buy enchantments. That's how you buy enchantments. And I better watch my time here because it's probably going to be dark really soon. And we're still okay. At night, zombies come out, skeletons come out, spiders come out, and creepers come out. In the morning, the sunlight will burn off most of those. Creepers, not so much. If you run into spiders during the day, they're fine. They ignore you. They're just neutral. If you run into them at night, they try to eat your face. And they're big enough to put a saddle on and ride. So, yeah. They're the big bad guys. Okay, this is actually a really nice pile of coal. This is amazing. Okay, I'm going to call that quits because it's going to get dark soon, and this is not going to be a good thing for me. While I'm here, actually, maybe I should just make my home in here for the night. Grab the shovel real quick. Dig up a step. How much time do I have? Oh, it's almost dark. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? Yep, I'm just going to use this hole I've dug out. So I can dig more as the night goes on. For right now, I'm going to put a stick and some coal and snag some torches real fast, because that's about to become really important in my life. Monsters spawn in the dark, even indoors. So I don't want them spawning behind me. Hello, little sheep. Now, at this point, you could take the sheep and you could kill it and you could make it into food. And I'm not going to do that because I've not done that yet in the game, and I have no particular reason to start tonight. So I am going to just put some dirt here for the moment and dig out another couple. Oops, I hit the Q instead of the W to move forward, so I tossed my little, what I was trying to pick up. And I am just going to block myself in here for the night and dig out in the morning. And now the boogeyman can't get me. I'm nice and safe for the night. And there's, you know, it could be a little bit of a boring night, but it's not going to be because there's a lot of things we can do here tonight. I'm going to put another torch back here because I'm going to start digging out and make myself a bit of a space here. And quite frankly, for the first couple of days in game, this may be my home. I'll build a door here in a minute so I can actually see outside and see when the sun's coming up. I can start digging down from here and hoping for other ores. I can get more coal. Another pickaxe. Maybe I'll get some iron if I'm lucky. And I can sit here and dig all night. And this is, you know, how things like Enderman Deep get born in my world. Take that out, pick up my torch. So I have a little bit of room here now. I'm just going to go over here and put my crafting table down, first of all. Put another torch up because I'm always paranoid. With my stone, I can go into here, and if I put the stone, now again, I right click, it selects half the block, and I get to drag it over and drop it somewhere else. That gives me a furnace. That's going to come in handy here in a minute. And by holding the shift key down as I just left click on these, it just sucks them all back up and saves me from dragging and dropping. So I will select that key and I'll put that down. And the one last thing, let's see, what am I going to build here for the evening? Well, I have pineapple. I don't know if I can eat this or not because that's part of a new mod I've put in and I've never actually seen one before. So I don't know what I'm going to be able to do with that, but we'll see in a minute. Now I'm going to build, I'm going to use this stuff up to make more wooden planks. And then left click, drop it, right click all the way around again. Or right click and drag it over. And this is going to give me a chest to start storing stuff in. Then shift, click, 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 you know, just left clicking allows me to snag all that stuff up again. And if you've noticed as I was removing things, there were different options being offered that I could make in the game or in the crafting table there. And if you pay attention to those, a lot of the stuff I've learned to make have been accidents. Just noticed it as I went. So one thing I'm going to do in here, these wooden things are fine, but you can do better. So I'm going to make some stone ones because this is going to be a lot faster for later when I'm digging. Let's get this vegetation here out of the way. The coal is awesome. I'm going to be able to make lots of torches as I need them. So I'm going to do stone ones. This is going to let me dig a lot faster. Nope, I need more sticks. Put that back, make the handle, you know, make a stone axe. That's going to just be a lot more efficient as I go. Once you get iron, even better. Things will go a lot faster. The escape key lets me get out of that. So for tonight, I could be sitting here digging, you know, like I said, looking for more ores, extending my living space, making more tools. Oh, one thing I could make right now, and I carry these around with me when I'm traveling, that makes me a door. And the door will let me have a window to see when it's light outside. So I'm going to do this. And I have the sound off because I'm recording for you guys. So yeah, it's still very much dark out there. I could have opened this up and had, you know, mobs standing there staring at me. And I'm far down enough that I'm not actually going to be able to see all that well if it is daylight or not. So I may just, I don't think anything can come through that. So I'm just going to stay over here out of the way and hope I don't get noticed. Because even though sometimes they can't get in, it's very disturbing to have mobs banging on your door, growling at you all night long. So what I am going to do now, instead of all the other things I could be doing to be productive through the night, I'm going to hit my escape key. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do either. I was going to show you something, and now I can't remember what it is. Maybe because I'm being distracted, because I just realized what time it was, and I really need to get to work. So this is Minecraft 101. I will do a few more of these, take you through some more options for actual building and things like that. Farming, you'll be seeing a lot of that in, you know, just my day-to-day videos. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. One last thing really quick here. Click on my crafting table. And most of you will probably not ever do this because you think I'm insane, but you can take a hoe, and I don't have dirt in here. Oh, I have dirt right there. I'm going to dig out a hole right here. I'm going to, let's see, grab this down first, grab my shovel, get a piece of dirt, replace that with stone, select my dirt, put it there, and if I take my hoe and dig, it looks different. This has just been turned into farmland. I can take that little seed and plant it, and if it's planted here under a torch, the more light it has, the faster it will grow. And if I get hungry, I'm going to have wheat here that I can make into bread. Now, one is not enough. I need 3 wheat to make a bread. But this is what I did my first night playing this game because I didn't want to kill anything. Well, not my first night. I almost starved to death before I clued in that I could do this. But this is what I've done since then. Is I you know, cut down grass until I have at least 3 seeds. I can make a loaf of bread, and I'm not going to starve by the time this is ready to eat. So I can just do all this underground where it's safe, so I can go out and do what I need during the day, come back in at night, harvest my plants, do a little cooking. It's all great. So for now, I have to go to work. I love you to death. If you want to see some more of this, hit the like button, hit subscribe, tell your friends. Thank you for being on this channel. You guys have changed my life, and I love you for it. So until I see you next time, choose to live your life happy and build it beautiful.